Hello, hello, testing one, two, three, testing one, two, three. Today, hello, hello, happy people. Actually, I was watching a movie one day and I was like, yeah, that's a really, really good saying. Yeah, that's a really good saying. So I started thinking about all these different sayings, that people have said or I've heard or things, there's I think all of you have that, right? Someone or somewhere you read or something that this one line changed something in your life. It made an impact on your life, I guess you could say. Maybe during a time that you were going through a rough patch or maybe a really good, exciting time, So I thought I would talk about some of the exciting ones, well, the important sayings or some of the lines that people have said to me or what I've read or something that has helped me through my life. Okay, so I thought I would share that with you, and I bet some of you are going to go, yeah, same, right? We're probably the same. So let's see what I got. Okay. So one of the sayings, I saw on a movie the other day, which was like, yeah, it was called "Get Over It" or "Get Out." Someone said, "Get over it or get out." I can't remember if it was a movie or something, but it was that line, "Get over it or get out." I thought, uh, yeah, that's so wonderful because do you notice nowadays people just hang on to things that they keep bringing up things over and over. Like, it's just like a broken record. It's just crazy, right? And for me, I can't handle that. Like, I couldn't handle, being with a partner who just keeps bringing up the same things over and over and wants to talk about things to death. No, I can't. You either got to get over things or get out. It's like working with someone, having a coworker who just bitches all day, or something like that. You don't want to be around that either, right? It's like, just quit, right? Because it just makes your day really depressing because you're there to work and you want to have a great day at work. You don't want to hear negativity, all day, right? So I really like that line. So I was thinking about that one. Yeah, get over it or get out. So yeah, that's on my list. Yeah, definitely. That was on my list. So that's what made me think about this whole thing. Yeah. That's how I just started thinking about all the different things that, you know, and I think certain words just stick out. Like for me, I'm Japanese, right? So in Japanese, in Japan, well, I think the Japanese people, or even a lot of people here in Hawaii, because we have a lot of Japanese, in Hawaii, second, third generation and stuff, we have words like bachi, okay? Bachi. I don't know if you heard of it, but in Hawaii, we use that bachi, yeah? And in Japan, means like bad karma, yeah. So like you don't do certain things because you're gonna get bachi. And actually, to me, I think that word has saved me from making a lot of bad choices. Definitely, because you got to think about it. You don't want what goes around and comes around, right? You don't want bad things to come back to you. If you do something bad, that's why I think in Japan, um, I think my brother was telling me, although they do have like, robbery and things like that, it's not as bad. Like people don't just steal someone's umbrella or something like that. I mean, they do, but it's rare. It's rare to have your shoes stolen at like some place you have to take your shoes off or something. People actually return your wallets. Like if you lose your wallet and money, people actually return those things in Japan, right? I mean, in the USA, I think it's really, really, really rare. I mean, from my experience, it's rare. But like in Japan, I don't know if I told you guys. One time, I dropped money, and as a tourist, you carry some cash, right? So in Japan, I had cash because exchange rate, right? So I dropped like maybe like I think it was like I can't remember, maybe a couple hundred, and this wonderful lady from the shop came running back to me with her apron on, and Satoshi was translating everything to me. Satoshi is my brother's, partner, my brother from another mother. Was telling me, I dropped it over there, and I swear I just was so embarrassed. I just started bawling. I just started crying because I never experienced such kindness. That kind of stuff don't really happen to me. I mean, that somebody would return that kind of money, even for me, I don't know if I would have returned that kind of money, to be perfectly honest. I mean, right? I mean, I'm just being honest, but I was just so grateful. And so now, as much as possible, I do return everything, that I find, which I don't think I really found anything recently, but I do. I try to do good all the time because of what she did. And I'm serious, you guys. I was just like crying, like, kind of crying, like choking, kind of crying, because I think, one, I was embarrassed. I dropped the money like a clumsy person. Two, embarrassed because I wasn't that kind of person that she was. Yeah, I mean, to meet someone that kind, I mean, just brings tears to my eyes again. Seriously, and I was so choked up. Seriously. So, guys, as much as possible, I know, like, when we're young, we think it's so cool to do. You don't think about how things affect people. Like in Japan, what's so nice is, like, here we wear masks and we complain about the masks and things like that. But in Asia, well, I don't know about Asia, but like I know in Japan, they always wear masks. Like if people get sick or stuff like that. But they're really kind because they do it so to not affect other people. Not because they don't want to catch it. Well, maybe that too, but they also wear masks so when they're feeling under the weather, they don't affect other people. So they always think about other people, which I think is wonderful. I mean, that's just how you're raised. It's like drilled in your head that you have to always think about how it affects someone else. That's just how it is. That's I think it's completely awesome. And sorry, I'm going way off the subject, but that karma thing, yeah. So bad karma, right? But so as much as possible, do the right thing, guys. We just have to, okay? All right? Well, no, this one, I guess what goes around and comes around is kind of like, well, that one, what goes around comes around, it can be good and bad, right? So I remember one time this lady that I know, I haven't seen her a long time, and we were having lunch, and this is after, I was single. And she actually made a really stinking comment to me about, oh, I can't believe that, my ex did this to me. And she goes, oh, my husband would never this to her. And I was just so upset. I was telling her, do you know it's called cheating? Because it's cheating. It's not called catching. Like, are you really going to believe your spouse if your spouse or partner just says, oh, no, I would never do that to you? I mean, you just never know, right? That's why it's called cheating, like fishing. It's called fishing. It's not always catching, right? It'd be catching if you always catch fish, right? So anyway, I would guess it's not funny, but funny in a way where where later on that person who said that to me, sorry, I try not to name names, but that person who did that to me later on found out that her hubby was hanging out at the buy me drinky bars, and I guess fell in love with one of the women there, and was spending all his time and money and was hooching around with that person, and yeah, their marriage was pretty much over. So I guess I won't say anymore. Okay, we'll just leave it as that. But you just gotta watch. It's so. I get. I probably was on that side of the fence before, thinking, oh my God, that things can't happen to me. But you just never know, right? Because, just saying. But that wasn't nice. But so you be good. You get good karma. You do good things. You pay it forward. You just do something sassy and bad like that. Bad things gonna come back to you for doing that to someone. So don't say things to people or be mean to people or poke at people, because I really think it for the most part. I mean, most times I think it's gonna come back to haunt you. You know, like look at all these celebrities, the things they say, it comes back to haunt them now. It may take 10 years or something, but it's going to come back and haunt you, good and bad, right? That was one. Another Japanese word that is very important to me. I guess I didn't realize that it was a really, really, really big deal word. Is shoganai. Okay. To sum it all up, it just means no can help. It's just kind of the way it is. But it is such a huge impact on me, that word. Like when I say that word, when I get to the point where I say that word, it's like closure. It's kind of like chopping your hair. Like for me too, like when I go through something really, really bad, I cut my hair. I have to do something big to have a change of life. It just helps me out. And shoganai is one of those words that help. Like one time, my iPhone, I guess I didn't update it enough or whatever, and my phone just like crashed. It just like crashed, died. I lost everything. This is a while back ago. And I was standing there at the Apple counter, and the guy was telling me that. And I just stood there and looked at the table for a while, and I just said, I guess shoganai, right? And the guy asked me, what is that? So I explained it to him, and he said, wow, it's pretty cool or something. But anyway, it's true. Sometimes you can't, I mean, what am I going to do? Dwell about it to death, right? But the shoganai really helps me through tough times. I mean, it's just drilled into me, and I use it when I know that I just need to, make a change, right? So I think that's an important word, shoganai. The word that I thought was really, not a word, but a saying that someone said to me a while back ago, a long time ago, I think it's important, was, you have a 50-50 chance at almost anything. Of course, it's different if you need to know how to do something, but for the most part, like for example, dating, okay? Actually, it was a long time ago, and this guy had told me that when he was younger, he had a hard time with girls or women or whatever, ladies. And when he got to maybe college, he said that he learned that he had a 50-50 chance. So he finally had the guts to ask someone out, because he knew that all she could say was no, right? But he had a 50-50 chance. And I thought that was pretty cool, because I will say those of you, who are single or whatever, or who want to ask someone out, you should, and stuff like that. And because my boys, I've told them the 50-50 chance thing, and one of them actually thanked me because he said the girl said yes. This is a long time ago. But it gave him the guts, knowing, what, all she can say is no. You're not going to be mean, not going to intimidate, nothing. You're just asking her nicely. So I thought that was really, really good, because I think people, they're afraid, but sometimes people can say yes. Because I will tell you, for me, I don't know, for most females or just in general, I think it's very unattractive when someone doesn't have the guts. I think it's, or let me put it this way. I think it's very attractive for a person to ask you out directly or have a conversation with you and stuff like that. I think it's completely attractive. I hate when they ask someone to come talk to you or something like that. I mean, that just scratch off. It's like, no already, right? I mean, what are we in high school, right? No. So give it a shot. I mean, especially now with this COVID like that, we do see that life is short, and we do need to take risks. Next one, guys, let's see. I hope you're enjoying this. I know I'm actually enjoying this because I get to babble. I was hesitant on making this video because, again, I'm trying not to eat too much. So, I have to find different ways. So, and this lets me talk to somebody, right? And I get to talk to you guys because my husband calls me babbles and says I talk way too much. So it really helps me have some kind of social connection. And I promise you, when I have more guts, I'll do the live. But I just got to keep doing this, forcing myself to be out here, to talk to you guys like this, to get more used to the YouTube thing. Remember, I hope those of you who want to do YouTube or thinking of doing YouTube are doing the same thing. Videotape yourself. You don't have to post it yet, whatever. But look at yourself, just try. My 50-50 chance, right? So I'm trying the best that I can. Look, can't you see? I did my nails. I made it darker. It's not perfect, Put some color on so I don't look so dark all the time. I moved my room around here for Donna, my mother-in-law, putting new curtains up for her. So when she sleeps, she can have blackout because the sun comes in. So, and look, I'm not buying things. These things I had in the garage and stuff. And I'm gluing these poles, these closet poles, the end. These are all things I found in the garage. And so I'm gluing it together so I can plug it. So these will be the ends of the closet poles. But yeah, I'm trying to not spend money, for one. Just trying to not waste things, saving some money. So let me get to the next one. My father told me this one was, growing up, my father used to say, always, Natsuko. That's my Japanese name, Natsuko. Just remember, don't listen to what guys say to you all the time. You have to watch what they do, okay? Because men always talk good. They always have a good talk, he said. But this is different from the actions, okay? And it's funny because, my dad, when we were younger, he had a lot of girls, ladies, women in his life, not girls, women in his life, different ladies. And yeah, he was quite playful. And I used to sit there and I could hear what kind of conversations he was having. It was right in front of me. So I learned at a very young age that a man can lie, like, hey baby, how are you? And I'm just sitting there looking at him, and I know that they have, someone at home or whatever. So I learned that at a very young age and stuff like that. So those of you out there, just remember, people can always talk good, but it's the actions that count. Actions that count, okay? Seriously. Because, I don't know, like I was watching the Kardashians and I really like them, but sometimes I think, oh my God, like the men, so stupid, some of the guys that they're with, so stupid, right? But it's true, people, don't fall for the, hey baby, you look so fine thing. Who cares about stuff like that, right? What's important is how someone treats you, right? And stuff like my husband, he says all kinds of weird, mean, joking things to me sometimes, but his actions are really different. My husband will go out of his way for me. He'll grumble while he's doing it, but he'll do it, and stuff like that. And he loves me to pieces even though he grumbles, right? But I think that's way better than a nice guy who acts all nice to you and stuff like that, but they're not around during the holidays, or they're not there, taking care of you when you're sick, or, they don't care about your well-being and stuff like that. Then that's different, right? So just remember, don't always listen to what people say. Watch what people do, okay? Same thing like friends. There's fake friends out there, who talk all big and stuff like that, but they don't really do what they say, right? So remember that. I thought that was a good saying. I think you should also teach that to your children, okay? Growing up, that you guys, you have to like pay attention. You can't just believe everything that people just say to you, So if you gotta like investigate, like if you're reading the news, we all know news, a lot of news is BS now and stuff like that. So just do your homework, just like people, do your homework. Watch how people do, right? A lot of people, they're like, how are you? You're so sweet. And they could like be poking you, okay? So just FYI, teach your girls that, especially young boys and girls, both. I guess everybody should know. Watch what people do for you, okay? How they treat you, not what they say to you, because people say anything they want when they want something from you, okay? Next. Those of you who are having problems in your relationship or marriage right now and things like that, I don't know how bad it can be or whatever, but like when I was going through the end of my marriage the first time, I talk about that a lot, but you guys, it taught me a lot in my life. It was a big curve in my life, but it taught me so many different life lessons. I actually grew up from all of that. Sometimes when you hit rock bottom, you hit all that tragedy and all the crap, you come out, like they said, a light at the end of the tunnel. But sometimes it just takes time, but it also takes a change of attitude. Sometimes we gotta look at ourselves, and things like that. Just saying, I'll get to that, but I'll explain that to you. So like my good friend had told me, you know what, Nick, don't let anyone else tell you just leave your partner. And it's true, people. You'll have girlfriends who say, oh, girl, you should leave that man and stuff. It's so easy to say, right? It's so easy to say you want to leave someone, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes down to it, no. Changes your whole family, cut your finances in half, and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, you also could lose someone if you really love someone, but your whole pride is just screwing it up. But anyway, this person had told me the greatest saying was, because he was a religious, kind of religious too, I guess, but he went through his own crap, and he had said, you know what, you owe it 100% to your marriage, right? And then if that doesn't work, then you walk away with dignity, but you'll have no regrets. And it's true, people. So just to let you know, like your really good friendships, just, I guess, anything in life, if you give it at least 100%, at least 100%, you should have no regrets, right? No regrets. So like, if you really love someone or really want to be with someone, don't try to play games. Give 100%. Do the best you can, right? You'll have no regrets if it fails, because you've done everything you can. And I promise you that actually worked for me. I mean, I actually was pretty good. It took me, I think, a short while, but I look at everything so differently. I really, really do, because of all of this. So it really works. So give it a try. Give it a try. Just do your best, and that's all you can do. 100% though. 100%, not 60, not 70, not 80, but 100. Okay? All right, so next. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if it's a saying, but someone blasted me on this line, but sometimes one of those lines that are like, pah, right in your face, like a big slap in your face, the wake up sayings. Yeah, or if somebody says something that just was like a slap in your face, was, many of us go above and beyond for our partner, right? You do, right? Your kids and your partner and stuff, and you do all this stuff, right? And then and of course, no excuse, okay? But I was younger. I'm different now because I already got the slap in my face. But those of you who haven't got the wake-up call, let me tell you, okay, when I was going through, again, my split up, and because I was younger, and to me, marriage was, you got to do this, you got to do that, you do all these things, you cater, right? And because you just want this perfect bubble, right? And then so when things were going downhill, I remember arguing, and I was saying things like, I did this and I did this for you, and I did a lot of this and this for you. But you know what? He looked at me right in the face and said, did I ever ask you to do those things? And I don't know if I told you guys these things, but to me, that was really a good in my face. He was right. He was totally right. And I'll never hate him for that. That was actually one of the best things someone said to me, because it was like, wow, what an effed up person I was. That is so selfish of me to have actually said that, because it's true. He never asked me to do that. I did that in my own will. And for me to even expect him to have to bow down to me or whatever. I don't know what I was expecting, but stuff like that. But that's ridiculous, right? So just saying, when you do something for someone, okay, just only do it from your heart, because that's what I do now, okay? That's what I do. And I don't grumble about it, because that woke me up. It's true. Now when I do something for my husband, not expecting anything back, okay, I do it because I love him. And I want to do that for him. Same with my mom. Well, no, my mom, I have to. She like probably make me feel guilty. So that's different. That's different, kid. That's different. But like, you know, I just try. I just try not to, because it's true. So you guys need to remember that. Don't go holding people accountable just because you do something for them, okay? Because you do the laundry for the kids every week, don't think, well, adult kids, they got to bow down to you. Well, you get the picture, okay? You cook for your husband, you cook for your husband. Don't grumble about it, okay? You don't have to cook for your husband unless that's just the way it is. But I think you guys kind of got it, right? Because I don't bow down to my husband. I don't cook for my husband all the time and stuff like that. And he's okay with it. I do cook. I should cook more, but again, I try and stuff like that. But I learned a lot. And actually, it made me a happier person, right? Plus, no one's keeping score. There's no score. You know, you just do it from your heart and because you feel good about it. And it's great, right? I mean, I was at Don Quixote at the, they have a self-checkout. And I always go to the self-checkout because one, I enjoy going to the self-checkout. It's so much fun. I love going beep, beep. And I will go with a cart, okay? And I will, but they have a lot of them, okay? And I love it. And I know the ladies there and I love it. And you know, the other time I was there, this elderly couple comes by me really slowly. And the guy tells me, like, I forgot what he said exactly, but he basically means, I have way too much stuff to be in that line. I was upset. I mean, I didn't say anything. I just smirked and let him go. I was so mad. But people, it doesn't say express. It doesn't say 10 items or less. It doesn't say 15 items or less. It says self-checkout. Okay? I confirmed it with the ladies at Don Quixote. They laughed, okay? So watch your tongue. If you think like that when you're in line, if it doesn't say, it's not a express, okay? No comment, people. No comment. Self-checkout does not mean 10 or less or 15 or less. Self-checkout means I just want to do it myself, okay? All right? No judging. But it's interesting to think about some of the things that people have said to you, either your friends, your parents, a book, you read it, you saw it, or whatever. Changed your life, yeah? So anyway, we will go over some other things next time, right? I hope you enjoyed this conversation, right? Okay, and don't forget to hit the like button, okay? And if you haven't, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, and I will see you guys again. Okay. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.